Immigration policies are changing fast in 2025, and if you're planning to move abroad, you need to stay updated. From countries making it easier for skilled workers to settle, to nations tightening their borders, these changes will impact millions. In this video, we'll explore the top 10 countries that are updating their immigration rules in 2025, including Canada, the US, Germany, and more. Whether you're a student, a remote worker, or looking for permanent residency, these new policies could shape your future. Some countries are rolling out fast-track visas, while others are raising income requirements or restricting asylum seekers. Stay tuned to find out which destinations are becoming more welcoming, and which are closing their doors. Let's dive in. 10. Spain. Spain has introduced major immigration reforms in 2025, making it easier for skilled workers and digital nomads to settle in the country. The government has extended its popular digital nomad visa program, allowing remote workers to stay in Spain for up to 5 years with tax incentives. Additionally, Spain has introduced a fast-track residency program for foreign professionals in key sectors such as healthcare, technology, and engineering. One of the biggest changes is the reduction in the time required for undocumented migrants to regularize their status, from 3 years to 2, making it easier for long-term residents to integrate into society. Meanwhile, Spain has tightened its student visa policies, requiring proof of higher financial stability to prevent misuse of the system. The government has also made adjustments to asylum policies, implementing faster processing times but also stricter criteria for acceptance. These changes are designed to balance economic growth with public concerns over rising immigration levels. Spain's approach has been praised for its openness towards skilled migrants and remote workers, but critics argue that the new financial requirements for students and asylum seekers could make it harder for some individuals to move to the country. 9. France. France has implemented new immigration policies in 2025 aimed at attracting highly skilled workers while imposing stricter regulations on low-skilled migration. The government has introduced a Talent Passport 2.0 program, which grants expedited visas and residency permits to professionals in industries such as AI, renewable energy, and healthcare. This initiative is part of France's broader efforts to compete with other European countries in attracting global talent. Meanwhile, the government has raised income requirements for family reunification, making it harder for low-income migrants to bring their relatives to France. Additionally, new rules require foreign students to prove higher financial stability before being granted visas, a move intended to reduce fraud and overstays. In response to labor shortages, France has also created sector-based visa categories that allow for easier recruitment of workers in construction and hospitality. However, asylum policies have become stricter, with faster deportations for rejected applicants and increased border security. These changes reflect President Emmanuel Macron's balancing act between promoting economic-driven immigration and addressing public concerns over uncontrolled migration. While businesses and tech professionals welcome the reforms, human rights organizations criticize the tougher stance on asylum seekers and family reunification. 8. Finland. Finland has revamped its immigration system in 2025, placing a strong emphasis on attracting foreign professionals and students to counteract its aging population and labor shortages. One of the most significant changes is the introduction of a streamlined visa process for skilled workers, reducing application times to just 30 days. Additionally, Finland has expanded its post-study work visa program, allowing international students to stay in the country for up to 2 years after graduation while seeking employment. The government has also simplified the permanent residency process for long-term workers and researchers, offering an expedited pathway for those in key industries such as technology, healthcare, and education. However, alongside these positive changes, Finland has tightened asylum and refugee policies, making it more difficult for undocumented migrants to gain legal status. The government justifies these measures as necessary to ensure that migration aligns with economic needs rather than humanitarian concerns. While Finland's approach is expected to attract top-tier talent, some critics argue that the stricter asylum policies undermine the country's reputation for humanitarianism and inclusivity. Nonetheless, Finland remains an attractive destination for skilled professionals looking for stability, high wages, and a strong social welfare system. 7. Sweden. Sweden has made significant changes to its immigration policies in 2025, focusing on highly skilled professionals while tightening restrictions on low-wage workers. The government has raised the minimum salary threshold for work permits to ensure that incoming migrants are earning wages comparable to local workers. This change aims to prevent labor exploitation and reduce dependence on low-wage foreign workers. Additionally, Sweden has introduced new fast-track processing for individuals in critical sectors such as healthcare, IT, and engineering. The government has also made it easier for international students who graduate from Swedish universities to obtain work permits, allowing them to stay in the country after completing their studies. At the same time, Sweden has tightened family reunification rules, increasing the income requirements for residents who want to bring their relatives to the country. These measures are part of Sweden's broader strategy to balance labor market needs while addressing concerns about social integration and rising immigration levels. Critics argue that the new salary requirements may deter some skilled workers, while supporters believe that prioritizing high-earning professionals will contribute to Sweden's economic growth and innovation. 6. Portugal. Portugal has extended the validity of its job seeker visa in 2025, giving foreign nationals more time to find employment in the country. Previously, job seekers had a limited window to secure a job offer before their visa expired, leading to uncertainty and high rejection rates. The new policy provides additional flexibility, making Portugal a more attractive destination for skilled workers. The government has also streamlined the process for permanent residency, reducing bureaucratic delays and increasing transparency. Furthermore, Portugal has introduced specific incentives for professionals in the tech and green energy sectors, aligning with the country's push toward digital transformation and sustainability. These changes reflect Portugal's ongoing efforts to attract global talent and boost economic growth through skilled immigration. However, there are concerns about housing affordability and integration, as rising immigration levels contribute to an already strained housing market. While the government believes these reforms will strengthen the workforce and attract top-tier talent, opposition groups argue that more needs to be done to balance immigration with local needs. 5. Australia. Australia has introduced the Skills in Demand visa in 2025, aimed at attracting professionals in critical sectors facing labor shortages. This visa replaces several existing skilled migration programs, streamlining the process for applicants. Unlike previous work visas, the new program prioritizes faster processing times and offers direct pathways to permanent residency for individuals working in healthcare, engineering, and construction. Additionally, Australia has raised the minimum salary threshold for employer-sponsored visas to ensure that migrants are fairly compensated and not undercutting local workers. There is also a stronger focus on regional migration, with incentives for skilled workers who choose to settle in less populated areas of the country. International students now have more opportunities to stay in Australia post-graduation, with relaxed work restrictions for those in high-demand fields. However, the government has also tightened rules for low-skilled migration, making it harder for temporary workers in certain industries to obtain long-term residency. The overall goal of these reforms is to attract high-caliber talent while ensuring that migration benefits the country's economic and social fabric. Critics warn that the increased salary requirements may discourage some skilled workers, while supporters argue that these measures will boost Australia's workforce sustainability. 4. Germany. Germany is enhancing its EU Blue Card program in 2025 to attract skilled professionals from outside the European Union. The government has reduced the minimum salary threshold for non-shortage occupations to €45,300, making it easier for foreign workers to qualify. For high-demand sectors like IT, engineering, and healthcare, the salary requirement is even lower, reflecting the urgent need for skilled labor in these fields. Additionally, the Blue Card now offers an accelerated path to permanent residency, allowing holders to apply after just 2 years if they meet integration and language proficiency criteria. Germany is also working on policies to make it easier for international students to transition to work visas after graduation. Another key change is the relaxation of family reunification rules, enabling skilled workers to bring their spouses and children to Germany without strict income requirements. These reforms are part of Germany's broader strategy to address labor shortages and maintain its position as a leading economy in Europe. The government hopes that by simplifying immigration pathways and reducing bureaucratic hurdles, Germany will become a top destination for global talent. However, challenges remain, including integration efforts and ensuring that immigrants can find housing and long-term employment. 3. United Kingdom. The UK has made sweeping immigration changes in 2025, focusing on digitization and new financial requirements for migrants. The government has introduced stricter financial thresholds for student, worker, and tourist visas to ensure that applicants have sufficient funds to support themselves. Additionally, the UK is rolling out a fully digital immigration system that allows for faster processing and real-time updates for applicants. The skilled worker visa program has been modified to prioritize sectors facing labor shortages, such as healthcare and technology, while reducing opportunities for low-skilled labor migration. Employers now face more stringent sponsorship requirements, making it harder for businesses to hire overseas workers unless they can prove a genuine need. Meanwhile, post-Brexit policies continue to shape immigration trends, with the government maintaining stricter controls on migration from non-EU countries. There are also new restrictions on family reunification visas, requiring higher income thresholds for UK citizens sponsoring relatives from abroad. These reforms are aimed at reducing net migration while ensuring that the UK attracts highly skilled professionals who can contribute to the economy. However, critics argue that the stricter rules make it more difficult for families to reunite and may discourage international students from choosing the UK as a study destination. 2. Canada. Canada has revised its express entry system in 2025 to better align with national labour market priorities, focusing on economic growth and addressing workforce shortages. The biggest change is the removal of points awarded for valid job offers, shifting the emphasis toward education, language proficiency, and work experience. The government now conducts category-based draws targeting specific industries such as healthcare, skilled trades, and French language speakers. Additionally, Canada has introduced new pathways for temporary workers and international students to transition to permanent residency more easily. These changes are designed to ensure that immigrants contribute meaningfully to the country's economy while addressing critical labor shortages. Canada is also increasing its annual immigration targets to accommodate more skilled workers and their families. However, stricter financial requirements have been implemented for student visas and work permits to prevent exploitation and ensure financial self-sufficiency among newcomers. The reforms aim to streamline the process for high-demand professionals while preventing abuse of the system by fraudulent applicants. Overall, Canada continues to welcome immigrants but is refining its approach to ensure long-term economic benefits and sustainable population growth, making it an attractive destination for skilled workers worldwide. 1. United States. The U.S. is undergoing a significant shift in its immigration policies in 2025, with the Trump administration proposing strict visa restrictions on 41 countries. The plan divides these nations into 3 groups based on security and diplomatic concerns. The first group, consisting of 10 countries, including Afghanistan, Iran, and Syria, may face full visa suspensions, meaning citizens from these countries would be completely barred from entering the U.S. The second group could see significant restrictions, such as reduced visa approvals, while the third group might experience heightened scrutiny rather than outright bans. The administration cites national security, illegal immigration concerns, and diplomatic tensions as key reasons for these changes. Additionally, stricter vetting procedures for asylum seekers and work visa applicants have been introduced. At the same time, certain employment-based visa programs may be restructured to prioritize U.S. workers. These policies are expected to significantly impact businesses that rely on foreign talent, as well as students and refugees seeking entry into the country. Critics argue that such measures may harm diplomatic relations and create hardships for individuals from affected nations, while supporters believe they will help strengthen national security and reduce illegal immigration. The final decision on these proposed changes will likely face legal challenges.